Hello and welcome everyone. I hope everybody is fit and fine. In our previous class, we have started chapter 6, that is staffing, right? Today, we will continue with our third topic, that is staffing process. In our previous class, we have started this topic and we have completed the first step. I told you about the staffing process. Let us see the process step by step. In our previous class, I told you about the first step of staffing. Students, in staffing there are total 8 steps. Okay, in our last class we completed the first step, that is estimating manpower requirement. In the first step what we have studied, estimating manpower requirements. This is the first step of staffing process. In this, the manager analyzes, okay, the manager estimates how many employees are required, okay, to fill the vacant job position, how many employees he need, how many person he need, and what type of employees he need, what type of person he need, what qualifications they should have, okay, all that thing. So this was the first step. Now coming to the next step, that is recruitment. See students, recruitment, what does it mean? See the explanation. It refers to identification of the sources of manpower availability and inviting applicants for the various job position in an organization. See, it is a very simple process. Recruitment, it refers to identification of source of manpower availability and inviting applicants for various job positions. See, in the first step, manager does what? Manager identifies how many employees he need to fill the vacant job position. Okay, उसको कितने employees की ज़रूरत है उसके organization में, and what should be the qualification of those employees, right? Now in the second place, in the second step, what manager does? Manager invites the applicants, okay, means the manager invites the applicants to apply for the job in the organization. इस step में क्या होता है, जितने भी जो एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं, लाइक जो पीपल हैं, दे कैन अप्लाई फॉर द जॉब इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, राइट? नाउ recruitment, see students, the manager can recruit and appoint the people from inside the organization also and from outside the organization also. See, from inside the organization, जनरली मैनेजर रिक्रूट्स मेनी पीपल. जैसे क्या होता है, जो एम्प्लॉयज़ ऑलरेडी हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वर्क कर रहे हैं, ओके, दे आर वर्किंग इन आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ओके, सो मैनेजर गिव्स प्रमोशन टू देम, ओके, प्रमोशन मिलता है उनको, या फिर उनको क्या किया जाता है, दे आर transferred to some other place. So in this way also they are recruited to some job position. अभी मे बी वो असिस्टेंट मैनेजर थे, उसके बाद उनको प्रमोट करके डेप्यूटी मैनेजर बना दिया जाएगा. Okay, so in this way also they recruit the people from inside the organization, right? Through the technique of promotion, by giving the promotion or transferring the person from one place to another. So in this way they can recruit the people from inside the organization, मतलब जो existing employees उनके पास हैं organization में, okay, by using those employees they can recruit and fill the vacant job positions, right? Now from outside the organization, how they will do? From outside the organization there are many sources, okay, there are many sources of recruitment. What are they? See, generally manager will do what? Manager will give advertisements in the newspaper, right? And the manager will consult various placement consultant agencies, okay, who will provide the people or the employees, okay, they will contact employment exchange. There are many sources through which they recruit the people from outside the ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ओके. फ्रेश टैलेंट, जब फ्रेशर्स, ओके, थ्रू एडवर्टाइजमेंट देंगे. बहुत सारे एजेंसीज़ हैं जो एम्प्लॉयज़ के बारे में सारे डिटेल्स रखते हैं. कंसल्टेंसी एजेंसीज आर देयर, ओके. फ्रॉम दोज एजेंसीज ऑल्सो दे विल टेक द इंफॉर्मेशन, एंड अगर उनको लगता है कि किसी जॉब पोजीशन के लिए कोई एम्प्लॉयज़ की जो क्वालिफ़िकेशन है वो जम रही है, तो वो उनको फिर रिक्रूट कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो देर आर मेनी ऑप्शंस, दे हैव मेनी ऑप्शंस विद देम, राइट? So this was all about recruitment. So in the first step, what did they do? In the first step, they first analyze the person, how many person they require and what type of employees they require, and in the second step of recruitment, what they do, they invite the applicants to come and join the to invite the applications of the people for the vacant job position. Okay, they can recruit from inside the organization also and from outside the organization also. From inside the organization, they recruit through promotion and transfer, and from outside the organization, there are many options through advertisements. They give ads in the newspaper or somewhere else also, and many consultant agencies are also there. Okay, so through those sources they recruit the people. Now coming to the third step, that is selection. Now what is selection? See the explanation, students. It is the process of choosing and appointing the right candidates for various jobs in an organization through various exams, tests and interviews. See, आफ्टर रिक्रूटमेंट, व्हाट इज रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस? रिक्रूटमेंट में क्या होता है, जनरली एम्प्लॉयज़ अपने एप्लीकेशंस भेजते हैं, ओके, किसी जॉब पोजीशन के लिए. नाउ रिक्रूटमेंट इज ओनली अबाउट गैदरिंग द एप्लीकेशंस. इन रिक्रूटमेंट दे आर नॉट एक्चुअली सेलेक्टिंग द पीपल. ओके, रिक्रूटमेंट में वो सेलेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, दे आर इन्वाइटिंग द एप्लीकेंट्स. ओके, so in selection is the step in which actually they select the candidate. Okay, it is the process of choosing and appointing the right candidates. जितने भी applications उनके पास आए हैं, okay, they choose the most suitable candidate to fill the vacant job position, right? And how the selection is done? There are many steps. Okay, you might have heard about test. First written test will be there, then after when they clear written test, they will go for interviews and then further. Okay, so in this way they do the selection of the candidates, right? Now one more important thing, selection is known as the negative process. It is known as the negative process. Now why selection is known as the negative process, students? Because in selection step, the number of selected candidate is less than the number of rejected candidates. Let's suppose अगर उनके पास 50 applications आए हैं, okay, 50 applicants have applied for the job. Out of those 50, they will hardly select any 10 and they will reject 40. Okay, these are rejected and they have selected 10. So the number of selection is less, number of employees who are selected are लेस इन नंबर, लेकिन जितने लोगों को उन्होंने रिजेक्ट किया है वो ज़्यादा नंबर में है. दैट इज़ वाई सिलेक्शन इज़ नोन एज अ नेगेटिव प्रोसेस. वाई? बिकॉज द सेलेक्टेड कैंडिडेट्स, ओके, द सेलेक्टेड कैंडिडेट्स आर लेस इन नंबर एज कंपेयर टू द rejected candidates. Okay, ये selected candidates are less in number. Okay, negative ratio है. That is why it is also known as negative. Selection is also known as the negative process, right? Remember this thing. Sometime in exams they ask about this. Why selection is known as negative process? Then you have to answer because the number of selected candidates are less than the number of rejected candidates. That is why selection is known as the negative process, right? Now coming to the next point, that is placement and orientation. It's very simple. See student, see the explanation. When a new employee reports for duty, he is to be placed on the right job for which he is best suited. Placement is very important process as it can ensure right person for the right job. Yes, correct. See, placement and orientation. What is placement? Students, as we have studied for like previously, that in the first 3 steps, okay, first step was what? To identify or to estimate the person, okay. Second step, recruitment. Manager calls for applications. Third step is selection, when the employees or the person get selected for particular job. अब finally जब selection हो गई है, then what happens? Then comes the placement. अब उनको कंपनी में प्लेसमेंट दिया जाता है, अब उनको अपना पोजीशन, जॉब पोजीशन उनको दिया जाता है. ओके, नाउ प्लेसमेंट. व्हेन अ न्यू एम्प्लॉयर रिपोर्ट्स फॉर ड्यूटी, नाउ द एम्प्लॉयर इज सेलेक्टेड, he reports for duty. Okay, he reports for duty in the organization. So here the manager places him in the right job. जिस जॉब के लिए उनको सिलेक्ट किया गया था, मैनेजर उनको उस जॉब पोजीशन पे प्लेस करते हैं, राइट. दिस इज़ व्हाट प्लेसमेंट सेज, राइट पर्सन फॉर द राइट जॉब. राइट पर्सन, the person is selected and the manager places them at the right job position, right. Now orientation, what does orientation or induction means? See the explanation. Orientation induction is concerned with the process of introducing new employees to the organization. The new employees are familiarized with their units, supervisors and fellow employees. They are also to be informed about working hours, medical facilities, history and geography of organization. Students, when any new employees come to an organization, okay, the manager introduces, okay, any employees when they come, manager introduces them to the new employees, okay. Introduction, the first phase is introduction. So the introduction phase is known as orientation, right. So जब कोई new employees आते हैं तब manager उनको existing employees के साथ introduce करवाते हैं. They give them the knowledge about their work, they give them the knowledge about the supervisors, who are their heads, who are their बॉस, हु आर देयर सुपरवाइजर्स, उनके फेलो एम्प्लॉयज़ कौन है जो उनके साथ काम करेंगे. दे गिव देम information about working hours, okay. They give them information about medical facilities and other benefits which the company is going to give them, and plus they also tell them about the history and geography of the organization, means every detail, small details of the organization. So this is known as orientation, right. So the fourth step is placement and orientation, right. Now coming to the fifth, okay. Now once they are placed in the job, okay, they have got the employees have got selected, they have placed in their job, okay. Orientation program is also done, they have introduced with all the details of the company. Now the fifth step comes, that is training and development. Now see the explanation. Systematic training helps in increasing the skills and knowledge of employees in doing their job through various methods. See students, training and development. Once the employees reports the organization, okay, after reporting in the organization, they are placed in their job, okay. Once they are placed in their job, after that what the manager does, the manager gives them the training to do the work, okay, because training is necessary for the freshers, for the new employees, okay. So here the manager gives them the training to do the work. So in training, why training is given to the employees? So that it can increase their skills and knowledge. जो भी theoretical knowledge वो पढ़कर आए हैं, okay, they will apply it practically, okay, through working. Now through training उनकी skills भी पढ़ेंगी, उनकी knowledge भी increase होगी, that how they have to do their work, okay. Now the development tells what? Development involves growth of an employee in all respects. It is the process by which the employees acquire skills and competence to do their present jobs and increase their capabilities for higher jobs in future. Now डेवलपमेंट मीन्स वॉट स्टूडेंट. सी ट्रेनिंग इज़ द फर्स्ट फेज जहाँ पे एम्प्लॉयज़ को सिखाया जाता है, उनको नॉलेज दी जाती है, उनको ट्रेन किया जाता है उनके वर्क से रिगार्डिंग, उनके जॉब से रिगार्डिंग, कि उनको काम कैसे करना है, किस तरह से करना चाहिए, ओके, एवरीथिंग, small details, okay, to give them the complete knowledge about their work. Now development is what? Development involves growth of the employees in all respects, okay. It is very important for the organization to develop their employees, okay. उनकी career advancement के लिए सोचना, उनके benefits के लिए सोचना. See students, in the beginning जब न्यू एम्प्लॉयज़ आते हैं उनको फर्स्ट टाइम में ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है, बट ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि उनको सिर्फ एक ही बार ट्रेनिंग दी जाए, okay. In between, okay, after few years when something new comes or when some updated technology comes, or if the manager requires to give them some extra training, then they provide them the training between different sessions, okay. एक बार ट्रेनिंग हो जाती है उनके बाद उनकी, देन वो अपना जॉब करते हैं, उसके बाद भी कई चीज़ों के बारे में उनको बीच बीच में उनके सेमिनार्स कंडक्ट किए जाते हैं, उनके क्लासेस कभी कभी होते हैं, ओके, वर्कशॉप्स होते हैं जहाँ पे उनको उनके स्किल्स को और एनहांस करने का मौका मिलता है, उनके नॉलेज को और बढ़ाने का मौका मिलता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो स्टार्टिंग में ही एक बार उन्होंने ट्रेनिंग दे दिया तो वो बाकी टाइम उनके स्किल्स उनके लिए कुछ नहीं सोचेंगे, मैनेजर उनके लिए कुछ नहीं सोचेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता. फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम दे do something for the employees so that the employees get developed. Okay, the employees develops their skills. Okay, the employees can develop their knowledge. Okay, through all those benefits which are provided by the managers. Okay, like seminars, like holding classes, doing arranging the workshops for the employees. Many things are done to develop the employees and their skill. Okay, now when they are provided all this thing, it will be beneficial for their present job also and for the future job also. They will be more confident, they will be more motivated, and they will work very hard to increase their competencies, right? Now coming to the sixth point, that is performance appraisal. Now till now students, you have studied about the five basic steps. Okay, the five basic steps are what? सबसे पहले स्टेप में क्या हुआ, उन्होंने एस्टिमेट कर दिया कितने एम्प्लॉयज़ हमको चाहिए, क्या क्वालिफिकेशंस उनके होने चाहिए. नेक्स्ट स्टेप में उन्होंने एप्लीकेशंस मंगवा लिए. ओके, दे हैव इनवाइटेड एप्लीकेंट्स टू कम they have invited applicants to apply for the job position. Then in the third step, in the selection process, they have selected the most suitable candidates for the job. In the fourth step, they have placed the employees in the right job position, and they have conducted the orientation program. Now in the fifth step, they have provided them training and development. Now in the sixth step is performance appraisal. See, what does performance appraisal is about? It is concerned with rating or evaluating the performance of employees. Students, after providing the trainings and development to the employees start working. Okay, so when they start working, the managers evaluate the performance of the employees. वो evaluate करते हैं कि वो कैसा perform कर रहे हैं. They evaluate the performance of the employees, and transfers and promotions of the staff are based on the performance appraisal. जितना अच्छा उनका performance होगा, उतने ही उसी बेसिस पे उनके ट्रांसफर्स या प्रमोशंस के डिसीजंस लिए जाते हैं. दैट्स करेक्ट. सो द परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल, दे विल चेक हाउ दे आर परफॉर्मिंग, whether the employees are able to fulfill the targets given by the company or not, whether the employees are able to fulfill the objectives of the organization or not, whether the employees are completing their work on time and how efficiently they work. देर आर डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स. ओके, बहुत सारी चीज़ों को वो एनालाइज करते हैं, एंड दे इवेल्युएट द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द एम्प्लॉयज़. ओके, एंड द एम्प्लॉयज़, दोज हु परफॉर्म बेटर, दे गेट्स द प्रमोशंस इन द कंपनी. ओके, bonuses, many things. Okay, rewards, etc. So in this way they do performance appraisal. This was the sixth step. Okay, now coming to the next step, that is the seventh step, promotion and career planning. See the explanation. Promotion refers to being placed at a higher job position with more pay, job satisfaction and responsibility. On the basis of the feedbacks and reports of the employee's performance, they are given promotion. As I already told you student, that in the sixth step, the manager evaluates their performance, how the employees perform their job. They evaluate their performance, right? Now in the seventh step is about promotion. Promotion is what? Promotion refers to, as I tell you, and as I told you earlier also, and you people also know about it, promotion means what? Promotion means the employees are placed at a higher job position with more pay, जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. मतलब अभी सपोज एक मैनेजर है जो असिस्टेंट, अभी एक एम्प्लॉयज़ है जो असिस्टेंट मैनेजर है. ओके, he got promoted and he became deputy manager. Now his position increased, वो higher position पे चले गए. Now if the position has increased, the pay will also increase, right? He will be more satisfied, he will be more motivated to do the job, and plus if the position has increased, so the responsibility will also increase, right? So this is what promotion is about. Now On the basis of feedbacks and reports of the employees' performance, they are given promotion. Very correct. In the sixth step we have studied, right? The manager evaluates the performance of the employees, and seeing the performance of the employees, how they perform, okay, by the feedbacks and by the reports of the employees, they are given the promotion. The person who does well, they get the chance to gain promotion. Now, the last step is compensation. See students, see the explanation. It refers to price of the job. It includes pay, reward and other incentives given to the employees. Incentives means the money or the salary, whatever it is, okay, the money given to the employees. It includes direct and indirect payment. Compensation means what? The amount of money which is given to the employees, okay. Incentive is also the same, the money, the wages or the salary which is given to the employees, okay. Now, it refers to the price of the job. Compensation is what? The price of the job, okay. It includes pay, reward and other incentives, okay. Compensation, okay, there are many things in compensation, okay. Compensation में क्या होता है? Compensation is not only the monetary thing, okay. सिर्फ पैसे की यहाँ पे बात नहीं करी जा रही है. Pay means they get salary also, उनको कुछ rewards भी मिलते हैं, कुछ gifts भी मिलते हैं, they get extra benefits and much more, right? So there are two types of payments, direct payment and indirect payment. Now see, the direct payments such as wages and salary, etc. and indirect payments such as medical facilities, insurance, etc. See students, wages are generally given to the laborers like 1 day wage, 2 day wage, but salary is a monthly income, okay, given to the employees. And indirect payment means the payment apart from the money, okay. डायरेक्ट पेमेंट में हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? पैसे की बात कर रहे हैं. बट इनडायरेक्ट पेमेंट में हम पैसे के अलावा और जो चीज़ें मैनेजर अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को देता है, हम उसकी बात कर रहे हैं, राइट. सो डायरेक्ट पेमेंट मीन्स दे गेट वेजेस, दे गेट सैलरी, ओके. एंड इनडायरेक्ट पेमेंट दे गेट मेडिकल फैसिलिटी, हॉस्पिटैलिटी, insurance, many other benefits, okay, extra benefits which they get, okay. So these are the steps of staffing process, okay. So all the 8 steps you have to memorize very nicely. Estimating manpower requirement, recruiting the employees, selecting the employees, placing them at the right place, okay, placing them at the right place, giving them training and development program, performance appraisal, evaluating the performance of the employees, giving them promotion on the basis of the feedbacks and the reports of their promotion, and finally compensation means they get the price for their job, okay. So this was all about staffing process. Now let us move to our next topic, that is components, elements, aspects of staffing. Now students, you have till now you have studied many things, meaning of staffing, characteristics, features of staffing, okay, process of staffing, many things you have studied, right. Now it is about components or elements or aspects of staffing. There are many components of staffing, there are many parts of staffing, okay. Staffing includes all these components. What are they? See, recruitment, selection, training and development. These are the parts of staffing, right. These are the parts of staffing. You already know the meaning of recruitment, selection and development. You have studied, right. Now you can memorize this element by using this acronym, okay, RSTD. RSTD. R stands for recruitment, S stands for selection, TD is for training and development, okay. Use acronym so that you can easily memorize the points. Now we will start with the first element of staffing, that is recruitment. Students, as I already told you, what is recruitment? Recruitment is what? Recruitment is the process in which the manager or the organization invites applicants, okay. Now see the explanation here. Recruitment may be defined as the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization, okay. Recruitment is the process in which the manager stimulate the person to come and apply for the job in the organization by sending their applications, right? I've already told you the meaning of this now only. Now, moving to the next topic, that is sources of recruitment. Students, there are two sources of recruitment, internal sources and external sources. In short, I have already told you about this. Recruitment दो तरीके से हो सकता है, from inside the organization as well as from outside the organization. From inside, how the manager will recruit the people, I've already told you, through promotions and transfer, very correct. And external sources, very many sources are there, through advertisement, consultancy agencies are there, contractors are there who provides the details of the persons. Okay, so there are many sources. Now we will study these sources in detail one by one. Okay, now the first is internal sources. Let us begin with the internal source. Internal sources of recruitment. Students, internal sources of recruitment means what? See the explanation. Internal sources refers to inviting candidates from within the organization. As I told you, एम्प्लॉयज़ जो ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, उनको रिक्रूट किया जाता है नए जॉब पोजीशन के लिए, राइट, फ्रॉम विद इन दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. दिस इज द इंटरनल सोर्स ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट व्हेन द एम्प्लॉयज़ आर इन्वाइटेड फ्रॉम विद इन दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ओके, नाउ फॉलोइंग आर इंपॉर्टेंट सोर्सेस ऑफ इंटरनल रिक्रूटमेंट. अब इंटरनल रिक्रूटमेंट किस तरह से होता है, लेट अस सी. Number 1 and number 2, transfer and promotion. You can use this acronym to memorize this. Okay, PT. See, let us first see the promotion part. Promotion is what, students? It refers to shifting an employee to a higher job position, carrying higher responsibility, prestige, facility and pay. Definitely means the employee who was first in the lower position, he gets promoted and he gets promoted to the higher position, and when he gets promoted to the higher position, he gets better pay, he gets much more better facilities plus prestige in the organization. Okay, it is very proud thing for him, okay, to get promoted, plus he gets many responsibilities with the higher position. Okay, now the next is transfers. Okay, see the explanation. It involves the shifting of employees from one job to another, from one department to another, or from one shift to another shift. See student, transfer means what? The person is transferred from one job to another. मतलब एक जॉब से उनको दूसरे जॉब में ट्रांसफ़र किया जा रहा है, या फिर उनको एक डिपार्टमेंट से दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट ट्रांसफ़र किया जा रहा है, या फिर दे हैव शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम, पहले वो कुछ और शिफ्ट में काम करते थे, अब उनको कुछ और शिफ्ट में काम दिया जा रहा है. इट मीन्स दैट ट्रांसफ़र टेल्स अस दैट देर इज़ नो इंक्रीमेंट इन देयर पोजीशन. मतलब उनके पोजीशंस नहीं बढ़ रही है. ओके, दे आर वर्किंग एट द सेम लेवल. ओके, जैसे प्रमोशन में I gave you the example, like a person get promoted from assistant manager to deputy manager, but here the person is working at the same level. In transfer, the person works at the same level. Okay, he has the same responsibility, same power, no changes in the compensation, no change in the salary, no extra responsibility, no other benefits, nothing is changed. It is simply they have transferred from one job to another. Example I will give you, I'll give you an example. See, transfer of clerk from अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट टू परचेज डिपार्टमेंट. एक क्लर्क है जो पहले अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर रहे थे, एंड नाउ ही इज़ ट्रांसफर टू परचेज डिपार्टमेंट. दिस इज ट्रांसफ़र. ना उनकी कंपनसेशन बढ़ी, ना उनकी ना उनकी सैलरी बढ़ी, ना उनका पोजीशन बढ़ा, ना उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ बढ़ी. राइट, दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट इंटरनल सोर्स ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट. Students, the further topics we will continue in our next class. That was it for today.